ये है टीवी 18 और आप देख रहे हैं CNBC आवाज।
Presented by PhD Chambers of Commerce and Industry.
Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.
नमस्कार, आप सभी का बहुत स्वागत है हमारे इस खास पेशकश में।
PhD Chamber organized a post-budget interactive session to understand the implications of the Union Budget 2015. The event was marked by Revenue Secretary Shakti Kanta Das, where he, along with other dignitaries, inaugurated the event. The panel discussion led by CNBC Awaz's Priyanka Sambhav shed a light on the overall boost that is expected in the manufacturing and services sector under the new tax regime. The debate also highlighted the overall growth and development that is to take India forward in the coming years. Here are the highlights.
At the macroeconomic level, we have concentrated on the more of fiscal transfers, more of resource transfers to the states. 42% will be the devolution under the 14th Finance Commission, and that will enable the states to design their own plan schemes and spend more. So there is more flexibility, more empowerment ensured for the states. The other macroeconomic major issue in the macroeconomic front is relating to the taxation. Taxation, GST, already the government has introduced the Constitution Amendment Bill and we are moving towards implementing it from next year. The various preparatory measures are being taken for that. And the other major decision is corporate tax reduction over a period of time of 4 years from 30% to 25%. I understand that your chamber has large number of MSME members also. This is one decision which I would like to emphasize and stress, which is really going to benefit the MSME units. When we say that our corporate tax rate is 30%, but the effective rate of collection is 23%, that is because of large number of exemptions which are currently available for industries, and most of these exemptions are linked to investment, linked to additional capital expenditure, and because of resource availability, usually it's the large industrial houses, big corporates, which really spend more in capital expenditure, spend more in modernization, and they are able to avail these various benefits of exemption. The MSMEs are not really in that, they do not have that kind of cash surplus, so they do not invest so much in capital expenditure. Existing units, I am talking about existing units, spending more on capital, more on modernization of plant and equipments. They are not able to spend much. This is a general observation I am making. I'm not going into the statistical details of it. So when the corporate tax gets reduced from 30% to 25%, the MSMEs who are currently not in a position to avail the various kinds of exemptions will benefit greatly. So this is one point which I would like to highlight in our interactive session with the PSD chamber. At another level, at one level the government was focusing on certain macroeconomic decisions which should facilitate growth and create more jobs. At another level, what some experts like to call bottom of the pyramid, the government has tackled issues like providing additional measures for social security, the insurance scheme, the pension scheme, the new pension scheme, which is getting strengthened because of the additional 50,000 rupees deduction which has been given for investment for putting money in NPS. That also is being done. So we want our social security net and our pension network also to cover as many people as possible. Summing up, the overall philosophy of the budget has been growth and job creation.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to request CBDT chairperson, Ms. Anita Kapoor, to just talk us and take us through and make us understand the kind of steps which has been taken on the direct tax front.
Direct tax proposals are basically targeted to achieve what was the underlying message, that is growth, investment, job creation. And added to that was another goal that we had to reduce scope for litigation. So you clean up some provisions which were becoming litigation prone, as also to put in place mechanisms so that the disputes which arise can be disposed of early or at a lower compliance cost. We are trying to get more money for investment. We were told that alternate investment funds need a pass-through status so that you can get investors into these pooling vehicles so that the money becomes available for new ventures. And they were reluctant because if they don't, AIFs don't have pass-through, then there is a tax cost being attached to certain funds which have a different tax treatment or which are tax exempt entities like pension funds or charitable organizations, etc. We have 22 crore PAN holders, but the people filing returns are only less than 4 crores. And we are being told time and again that our tax base is not of the kind that a developing country and a growing economy like India should have. So we have to strengthen our mechanism to enforce compliance, though we know we are being charged time and again of tax terrorism, but one also needs to appreciate that tax terrorism is also partly an outcome of our commitment to enforce compliance.
The mantra is not tax terrorism but tax compliance, and you have a daunting task here because अगर मैम खुद बता रही हैं कि 22 करोड़ पैन होल्डर्स हैं और केवल 4 करोड़ लोग हैं जो रिटर्न फाइल करते हैं, तो जाहिर तौर पर इनका जॉब बहुत ही मुश्किल रहने वाला है आने वाले समय में। मेरे साथ CBSE चेयरपर्सन कौशल श्रीवास्तव जी भी हैं। मिस्टर श्रीवास्तव, इस बजट से आप क्या बताना चाहते हैं, इंडस्ट्री को क्या भरोसा दिलाना चाहते हैं?
Our main objective this year have been primarily twofold. One, to develop, to encourage local manufacturing, domestic value addition, which in turn impacts job creation and carries forward the Make in India campaign. So towards this end, we have taken various measures on the customs and central excise side.
From being in every second can in the world, to shaping automobiles, from securing futures, to empowering over 6 million dreams, from connecting the world, to enabling over 1 billion conversations a day, from building your homes, to the highways that get you there, from styling your wardrobe every 3 seconds to bringing you the world of fashion. We are a big part of your life because we know every small moment is big for you. Aditya Birla Group, big in your life.
बेटा, ये फ्यूचर एंड ऑप्शंस क्या होता है?
क्या पापा, अभी अब हर चीज सिखानी पड़ेगी क्या? पहले क्रेडिट कार्ड से डरते थे, सीख गए तो हर हफ्ते शॉपिंग। टच वाले फोन पे मम्मी को कॉल करना था, अब मामी को कॉल करते थे। सोचा कोई नहीं, पापा है ना, सिखा दूं। थक गया मैं भी। ये मार्केट के फंडे खुद सीख लो। फुटबॉल देखना कम करो, आवाज देखा करो। CNBC आवाज लेकर आया है मार्केट की पाठशाला, जहां हम बनाएंगे आपके लिए शेयर बाजार को समझना बिल्कुल आसान।
SsangYong Rexton by Mahindra. Experience luxury.
Mrs. Neha Arora, age 39 years, लाइफ इंश्योरेंस 45 लाख और हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस हर सुबह गर्म पानी और नींबू खाली पेट। हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस भी जरूरी है, इसीलिए सिग्ना टीटी के, जो आपका साथ दे इलनेस में और वेलनेस में भी। सिग्ना टीटी के हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, हेल्थ है तो लाइफ है।
मार्केट तो हर दिन ऊपर जा रहा है,
पर क्या आप आगे बढ़ रहे हैं?
लगभग हर किसी ने माना है कि आने वाले सालों में सेंसेक्स और निफ्टी रोज नई रिकॉर्ड बनाएंगे।
पर क्या आपने
आने वाले सालों की तैयारी कर ली है? अब तक जो आपने मौके गंवाए हैं
उन्हें भूल जाइए और इस मौके का फायदा उठाएं। रहे हर रोज CNBC आवाज के साथ,
मार्केट आवर्स के दौरान और मार्केट आवर्स के बाद भी,
क्योंकि यही मिलेगी आपको
सबसे सटीक इंफॉर्मेशन,
एडवाइस
और स्ट्रेटजी,
ट्रेडिंग और इन्वेस्टमेंट
से जुड़े आपके
हर सवाल का जवाब,
बेस्ट स्टॉक रिकमेंडेशन,
बाय सेल
होल्ड से लेकर
मार्केट का हर ट्रेंड,
हर रोज सिर्फ
CNBC आवाज पर।
So clearly here we have the team which has the onus of implementing whatever has been announced in the budget. Revenue Secretary sir, मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाहूंगी, आप अलग-अलग इंडस्ट्री के चेंबर्स में आप तीनों ही क्या है बातचीत की है, तो आपको क्या लग रहा है बजट में कौन सी ऐसी बात है जो इंडस्ट्री के लिए सबसे बड़ी चिंता बन रही है, और आप लोगों ने जो बातें रखी हैं बजट में वो सबसे अच्छा उन्हें क्या लग रहा है, सबसे अच्छी बात और सबसे बुरी बात जो आपने इंडस्ट्री के बीच में महसूस किया?
बुरी बात तो कोई है ही नहीं हमारे नजरिए में, because we have tried our best in a very sincere manner to address the various concerns raised by the industry. Pre-budget meeting we had started in the month of November itself, and whole of November and part of December we have interacted with large number of industry associations, chambers, got their suggestions, and we have to examine it as to what is possible. And when we say what is possible, we have to also see what kind of resources we require to achieve the 3.9% fiscal deficit, and also to fulfill the government's promises, the government's commitments on various welfare and development schemes.
But one question which everyone wants an answer, the April 1, 2016 deadline for GST, since we've yet not got it, the constitutional amendment has not been passed, you know, and then legislative procedures are going to be really lengthy. Will you meet the deadline, Mr. Das?
We are reasonably confident. I am saying reasonably because, I don't want to sound very aggressive on this matter. We are very sincerely and reasonably confident that it will be implemented from 1/4/16.
Reasonably confident or confident?
We are confident. Let me cut out that qualification which I made earlier. We are confident.
So I think that brings smile to lots of faces, that you are confident that you will meet the deadline. Mr. Srivastav, I need to put this question because this is a popular demand and everyone wants to know this increase of service tax and then the Swachh cess which is going to be there. So is it going to be the 2% or 14%, or is it going to be 14 plus 2? And what was the rationale? I know your answer is going to be we are going to be aligning it to the new GST structure. So when GST imply होगा 1 अप्रैल से, तो हम माने कि हमें और सर्विस टैक्स में इजाफा देखने को नहीं मिलेगा?
ये जो स्वच्छ भारत जो सेस का वो प्रोविजन आया है, ये एक एनेबलिंग प्रोविजन है। जैसा कि वित्त मंत्री जी ने भी कहा था कि अगर जरूरत होगी तो कुछ या सभी सर्विसेज पर अप टू 2% ऑफ वैल्यू ये सेस लग सकता है। बट उसका एक मेन चीज ये है कि अगर जरूरत हुई, अगर स्वच्छ भारत के लिए उस तरह की जरूरत है कि और फंड्स की जरूरत है, तो उसको सोचा जा सकता है। और ऐसा कोई निर्णय नहीं है कि सभी सर्विसेज पे लगना है या कुछ सर्विसेज पे लगना है। तो ये चीजें अब सरकार सोचेगी और अगर जरूरत होगी तभी ये सेस लगाया जाएगा, कुछ या सभी सर्विसेज पे कुछ। और ये 2% एक आउटर लिमिट है, 2% के नीचे भी सेस लग सकता है वैल्यू का, 0.25%, 5.5%, 1% वो हो सकता है। वो चीज अभी सरकार ने कोई निर्णय नहीं लिया है, वो चीज हम लोगों को अभी एग्जामिन करनी है।
तो ये कब तक होगा, क्योंकि सभी पूछ रहे हैं हमारे चैनल में बात करें या यहाँ पर कि क्या जब वो बाहर खाना खाने जाएंगे तो वो लंबे चौड़े बिल के लिए कब से तैयार है कि ज्यादा जेब से देना होगा?
नहीं, खाना खाने जाने में लंबे चौड़े बिल का कोई इस तरह की संभावना नहीं है।
चलिए,
क्योंकि
अच्छा
उसमें तो जैसा कि एक अबेटमेंट होता है जिसमें कि 60% अबेटमेंट वैल्यू का मिलता है, तो अगर 100 रुपए का बिल है तो 40% पे 40 रुपए पर ही टैक्स लगता है। और जो अभी बदलाव हुआ है उसमें 4.94% की जगह 5.4% इतना ही इंक्रीज है।
I would like to rope in Mr. Alok B. Sriram, President of PHT Chamber. Mr. Sriram, over here when they are talking, these dignitaries, what kind of confidence it gets to the industry? What is your view on this budget? And is this a forward-looking budget you feel, or you think there were lots which was needed to be done and it's not been done?
Priyanka, we can always have opinions and views. The fact is that we have made all our representations. Other sectors of the Indian society has made their own views known. And after studying all these, I think the Finance Ministry has come up with budgets and plans. What is heartening for us in industry is that rather than touch up an old canvas, I think the Finance Minister and his team have tried to come out with a new blank canvas which they're starting to paint. And what you're seeing is the broad brush strokes of that canvas. It is to be seen how they will fill in the colors over the next 4 years. And then you will really see the complete product. We are heartened that it is taken into account and tackling some of the major issues, which is how to kickstart the economy on a higher growth trajectory, provide social network, social net for the poorer sections and the economically weaker sections.
Mr. Gopal Javraj-Ka, Vice President, PHT Chamber, is sitting with me. When they talk about, bringing back the black money and, getting the black money bill, what kind of confidence it gets to the industry? You think this is something which needed attention and the way budget is talking about it is in the right direction?
I think it's very much needed and it's a good move. End of the day, as the Revenue Secretary mentioned, that this is a resource which the country needs for its growth, and currently, even though it exists, it's not available to be utilized in the constructive manner. And I think if this money can be brought back to the country and the government can utilize it effectively, it will obviously help in the process of the growth and development and the welfare of the people. So I definitely think it's a very good move.
Okay, so it is definitely setting the tone which the country and the economy needs. Absolutely. I want to, Mr. Das, put up this question which I'm sure you have answered on many platforms. Fiscal deficit, is it under control? Because the way from 3.9, from 3.6 to 3.9 it was pegged to. Is it worrisome? Is there issues of fiscal consolidation? There are things which needs to be taken care. That's why we saw this from 3.9 to 3.6.
The fiscal deficit numbers will be maintained. Current year, that is 2014-15, the fiscal deficit spelled out in last budget of the Finance Minister in July 2014 was 4.1, and 4.1 will be achieved.
किरण, हैप्पी बर्थडे। हमारा घर।
हैप्पी बर्थडे मम्मा।
तुम्हें कैसे पता?
रोज बोलती थी ना, हमारा घर हमारा घर।
SBI होम लोन्स में हम भी पढ़ लेते हैं आपके मन की बात, इसलिए हमने इंटरेस्ट रेट्स किए हैं कम, खासकर महिलाओं के लिए। SBI होम लोन्स।
कभी बेटी, कभी माँ, कभी डॉक्टर, कभी एक्टर, कभी होम मेकर तो कभी एंटरप्रेन्योर।
वुमेन्स डे के मौके पे आवाज ने किया नारी शक्ति को सलाम। दिन भर रही कमान महिलाओं के हाथ। दिन भर चला गए कुछ विशेष कार्यक्रम, जहां लीग से हटकर महिलाओं ने की इन्वेस्टमेंट, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप और अपनी तरक्की से जुड़ी हर बात खुलकर। वहीं इस मौके पर कुछ खास महिलाओं को दिया गया SIP का तोहफा। CNBC आवाज बना भारतीय नारी की आवाज।
Get online today and create your identity with a new .com at just ₹189. GoDaddy.
It's that time of the year again. Avail Muthoot Fincorp's EMI Gold Loan for your year-end needs and repay in easy monthly installments. Muthoot Fincorp, जब जिंदगी बदलनी हो।
शिखर पे तो कई लोग पहुंचते हैं, पर हर एक की कहानी अलग होती है। कुछ हौसलों की मिसालें बयां करती हैं, कुछ मेहनत लगन की दास्तां होती हैं। ये कहानियां हमें प्रेरणा देती हैं, सिखाती हैं, हिम्मत बढ़ाती हैं, शिखर तक पहुंचने के लिए प्रोत्साहित करती हैं। ऐसी ही कुछ कहानियां हम लेकर आते हैं आवाज एंटरप्रेन्योर पर, सिर्फ CNBC आवाज पर।
आवाज एंटरप्रेन्योर के प्रायोजक है HP और बाग बकरी चाय।
The latest issue of Forbes India on stands now. To subscribe, SMS Forbes to 51818. Also available on Newsstand and Maxter Store.
वीकडेज के लिए, वीकेंड्स के लिए, फैमिली मैन के लिए, रोमांटिक मैन के लिए, जॉय राइड के लिए, स्मूथ राइड के लिए, मी टाइम के लिए, वी टाइम के लिए, पेशन मोबिलियो, होंडा की स्टाइलिश और स्पेशियस 7-सीटर, पावर और स्टाइल अपने लिए, स्पेस और माइलेज अपनों के लिए, होंडा मोबिलियो, अपने लिए, अपनों के लिए।
इंडिया बड़ी तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहा है और तरक्की के इसी सफर को आगे बढ़ाते हुए आवाज लाया है देश का पहला इन्वेस्टर क्लब, जहां मिलेगी आपको एक्सपर्ट एडवाइस और अपने इन्वेस्टमेंट से जुड़े हर सवाल का जवाब। वहीं कुछ चुनिंदा इन्वेस्टर्स को मिलेगा मौका हर हफ्ते एक्सपर्ट से लाइव इंटरैक्ट करने का। पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए SMS करें AIC स्पेस आपका नाम 51818 पर, या आप अपना सवाल रिकॉर्ड करके हमारे ट्विटर या फेसबुक पेज पर भी पोस्ट कर सकते हैं। आवाज इन्वेस्टर क्लब, इन वक्त पर सिर्फ CNBC आवाज पर।
The second discussion for the day analyzes the pros and cons of direct tax proposals presented at the Union Budget 2015. Anil K. Chopra from PhD Chamber, Prakash Chandra from CBDT, Krishnan Malhotra from Amarchand Mangaldas, H.P. Agarwal from S.S. Kotari Mehta, Rani Singh Nair from CPDD Observations, Pragya Saxena from TBLI Ministry of Finance put forward their points in front of the audience, and here are the highlights.
Tax deferral or exemption is not available to the sponsors if they are transferring the immovable property. So I need to have an SPV where the property resides. If I am holding property in my name, then certainly in that situation we find that we may not see the benefit. I think these are the two important points as far as REIT is concerned. But whatever they have done it, I think to a great extent it would really give a boost to the real estate. But these two important points which are also equally relevant.
Those of you who are involved in foreign taxation would know that the margins which have been provided in safe harbor rules are so high, so unrealistically high, that instead of providing any relief to the taxpayers, it virtually amounts to addition being made in almost all the cases of transfer pricing. Now, gentlemen, this is the difference between the tax policy and the tax administration.
If you look at the budget, there is always a lot of expectations. I don't know whether it is justified or not, but prior to the budget being formed, everyone has a lot of expectations. And after the budget is passed, or rather presented in Parliament, everyone then analyzes it and feels that whatever was the expectation, we did not meet that level of expectation. If you look at the budget, it's only a statement of intent. It is an accounting statement. But we have expectations from it. And it also sets a roadmap for the year, for the financial year. This time, the finance minister took a turn from in a broader perspective and made it a 4-year intent. If you look at the budget from the two parts, Mr. Agarwal also mentioned that there's inconsistencies in terms of a stable tax policy and a non-adversarial tax administration. But I am sure everyone in this house will acknowledge that for the past few years, the department has been trying very hard to reduce individual discretion, to reduce the interaction of the taxpayer with the department by going through e-services. and perhaps we are the only department which has transformed itself in the last so many years.
The last session for the day was on indirect taxation and was moderated by Bimal Jain from PhD Chamber, Monica Arora from Deloitte, Vinod Kumar from CBEC and Bipin Sapra from Ernst & Young. The debate highlighted major concerns and applauded the well thought of policies by the government.
Now my first question is with regard to the custom duty that changes have been made. So after I think 5 decades, we came to a station where we were having minimum rates. But unfortunately, what we noticed from the budget this year, that the number of rates of duties have increased. And you understand, sir, that if number of rates increases, then definitely litigation increases. So this is the one question which is bothering us. The second is, sir, that we must have received the feedback from the industry that the SAD is a problematic area. And in fact, we know that government is also not getting out of it. Manufacturers are eligible to take credit and the traders are eligible to take SAD refund. Now it means nothing is coming up in the pocket of the government. Then we requested that why this SAD should not be abolished. But sir, I think instead of doing small changes, and if this SAD would have reduced, I think this will be good relief to the industry. And another thing is this will definitely help what the mission is of the government, that Make in India and Manufacture in India will progress.
Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.
Presented by PhD Chambers of Commerce and Industry.
घर से दूर एक और घर जो आपके साथ चलता है, कभी 4 पहियों पर, कभी 2 पहियों पर,